Good afternoon and welcome to Cincinnati. My name is Andrew Gus, joined alongside Garrett here from the Center Ice Sports Complex in Cincinnati, Ohio. This will be game number 2 of the 2-game set between the Hoosiers and the Bearcats. The Hoosiers came on top last night by a final score of 9-2, and they're set to drop the puck again in about 2 minutes. Here at warm-ups, Garrett, great win last night by the Hoosiers, but a brand new day ahead and a brand new game. What's going to be the challenge this afternoon?
Well, it was an all-around great performance by Indiana, as you mentioned yesterday, Goose. And this is an earlier game for the Hoosiers on Saturday. Normally they're playing in the 6, 7 o'clock area, so the boys are excited to get out of Cincy, but they've got some business to take care of here today first. Coming off the 9-2 win last night, you'd expect to see more of the same, but some news breaking before the game. We're going to see Nathan Chinney making his first start of the year in between the pipes.
And the senior goaltender's not his first rodeo. Very excited to see Chinney strap up the pads and see what he can do this afternoon. We'll take a brief break here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network and join you live in just a few moments for Puck Drop. Welcome back to the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network as the puck drops here. The opening face-off will be won by the Bearcats. They'll move from D to D. Nate Rajecki tries to pass out of the zone. That's quickly stolen away by Jack Hawkins and dumped in deep. I'm Andrew Gus, joined alongside Garrett Drake here at the Cincinnati Sports Plus Center. Game number 2 of the series. As the Bearcats will start to break out of their zone. Pass there slipped off the stick of Spencer Dillon, and it makes its first whistle of the day after being trapped the puck by Nathan Chinney, the Indiana Hoosier goaltender.
And Goose, Justin Blauman in net today for Cincinnati. We saw him come in relief last night, and you mentioned Nathan Chinney making his first start of the season. You know, everybody's excited about that.
Absolutely. Rosenberg will step in to take this face-off as won away by Alexander Brown. Ruffner, a pass trying to find Simoneau, will just slip past him. Simino still the first one on the scene.
Ruffner and Sim with 2 goals apiece last night, Goose.
And they're on a line today as well as Rosenberg, who had 6 points last night. So these guys, all 3 of them, the forwards on this line last night, were completely buzzing. We'll see if they can pick it off where they left off last night. This will be Matt McKay carrying through the neutral zone. He'll try to sneak through some defenders and stolen away. Ray Myers back in his own end. Grabs the puck. He throws it up. Luke Slavin leaves a pass back to Myers. Myers carries it across the red line and goes for a pass that's just dumped in deep by his fellow teammates. The Bearcats dressed in white this afternoon with a black and red trim. Break out from left to right out of their own end. This will be George Zimmerer carrying the puck. As this one's shot on net just wide. As it makes its way back to the stick of Matt McKay.
That was
He'll
a rocket by Zimmerer.
So give it up to Castricane. Castricane back to Tinos Raftis. Raftis sends a backhanded pass to the far side corner. As we played about a minute and a half so far, no goals yet. We saw 2 early goals yesterday from the Hoosiers. This will be Paul McClure. He'll fire this one off to the shin guards of Dylan Marks. Raftis fires this one off the blocker. This one saved away by Blauman. McClure picks up the puck, and the referee's arm is up. We're going to see our first penalty of the day, high sticking, the call. Will come at 18:01 here in the first. And Tinos Raftis will sit for 2. And early on in the game, the Bearcats find themselves on a power play. Well, Garrett, yesterday we saw the Indiana Hoosier PK was phenomenal. Golden, some might say, they cleared off a 5-on-3 for nearly a minute and 45 seconds. Even Drew Michelli started off that period yesterday. The second, they were down 2 guys and were able to clear it off.
Still waiting to get the penalty on the big board here. There we go.
Coach Weitzel sent out Andrew Chambers. He'll win this face-off against Mac Williams. And shot down the length of the ice was Will Kicker.
Yeah, Goose, the Killers were being really aggressive yesterday, coming up and really forcing the issue on Cincinnati, and it looks like they're doing the same thing here.
They'll start there. Brandenburg, almost a golden opportunity. Just had that stolen away from him. It'll be carried up by Nathan Sunderhaas. Sunderhaas puts on the brakes. He'll give it off. He'll reclaim possession of the puck before he's bodied up against the wall by Jack Hawkins. Putting on the brakes, Max Williams. Some give and go work. As the Bearcats try to set up their power play. This one's shot. Kicker uses his shin guards to block it away and clear down the length of the ice. Patrick Brandenburg. 45 seconds gone on the man advantage for the Bearcats. And no real opportunities yet. As they'll work from their own blue line. It'll be dumped in deep by Brendan Booth. A weird bounce off the glass there. And stolen away by Ray Myers. Almost a close call there, Garrett.
Yeah, unfortunate deflection off the linesman over there, and Chinny almost got challenged because of it.
Myers take a break in his own end. Try to clear it out. That's stolen away. This one shot blocked. Some traffic in front. Once again at the puck. The blue line stolen away. Here's Aiden Simino. Sim puts on the brakes. Trying to find a pass there to Matt McKay, breaking with him. And the Bearcats take possession.
20 seconds left on the penalty here.
Sim steals it away. We'll try a pass there up there. Ryan Costin. Unsuccessful there, but still a good job with the kill. As Jacob Kempa flies in the near side dot. He'll fire this one. A nice pad save there by Chinny.
Might have heard some iron over there.
Costin avoids a big hit. And now here come the Bearcats the other way. Sunderhaas dumps it in deep. They'll go on the attack. Will Kicker the first one there. Andrew Chambers, he'll send a pass up, and it's held back down. Kicker will work D to D to McClure. McClure gives it up to Smith, and Smith to Chambers, and a clean breakout for the Hoosiers. Andrew Chambers on the forehand, looks for a centering pass. That's blocked away by a Cincinnati defender. The Bearcats gain possession, quickly stolen away. This will now be Zach Greta for the Bearcats. As he'll send one around. Cedric Cohens sends that puck down, and nobody touches it. He was before the red line. That'll be called an icing back to the Cincinnati Bearcats zone.
Indiana aggressive off the penalty kill there. They got back even and started pushing it down the zone, and now after the icing, they got an opportunity here if they can get the face-off with Chambers.
See Chambers out there. As the Bearcats win this, they'll start going D to D in their own end. McKay steps up, able to hold the line there. Once more, the Bearcats take it back. It's Caden Ancona. Will give it up the wing. Centering pass to neutral ice, just an area pass, nobody there. Matt McKay will take it back in his own end. They'll regroup and try to connect with Smith. Nate Rajecki steals it away and dumps it in deep. Chinny steps out of his post to play it. And this one's loose in front. Some miscommunication on the Indiana Hoosier defense. It'll now be taken by Will Jeremy. Jeremy fires this one. Blauman makes a save. As Jake Rock makes a nice hit in the far side corner on George Zimmer, the captain for the Bearcats. Jack Hawkins gains possession of this puck from neutral ice. He'll give it off. It's Patrick Brandenburg. Gives it back to Jeremy. Hawkins fires this one. We'll hear a whistle. The official's arm is up, and a hand pass is the call. I couldn't tell in the blind corner who it's going to go against, but
also, if you ever want to change the time, you can you can use the arrows that are on there.
Will Jeremy heads off to the box. Him as well as Jack Lamelin. Excuse me. And we'll see if it's a 4-on-4 or just coincidentals. 4-on-4 does seem to be the case. As DiLorenzo was out there, almost a fifth man, but he'll get pulled off. So we'll see some 4-on-4 action for 2 minutes. Yeah, we've seen the Hoosiers in this scenario multiple times this year, and a very fast, skilled team like them, really, they've had some success in the 4-on-4.
Yeah, they really get to stretch the ice a lot more and hit some of those stretch passes with not as many defenders on the ice, and Cincinnati able to control the opening draw on the 4-on-4.
This will be carried up and dumped in deep by Kemka. We heard his name a lot at the end of last game as he was really pressuring the Hoosiers hard in their own end. It'll be carried up by Rosenberg. Rosia centering pass there. Sticked away by a Cincinnati defender and sent back. So once again, game possession on a J-hook. We'll give a pass off to Simino. Simino looking for options. We'll give it back to Rosen. As Rosenberg gets pressed along the wall by Brad Baxton. Sim takes a high hit. He'll give it off to Tinos Raftis. Raftis loads up a slap shot. That one saved away by Blauman. Raftis gives it off to McClure. He's there for support. He'll send another one. This one's stopped away in the traffic. As the Hoosiers, a good rush there. Just down to 55 seconds on the 4-on-4.
Smart play by Sim to dump that one in and get fresh legs out there.
Slavin starts the attack as Castricane now joins the battle. Castricane steals away. He'll go high, trying to find the top right corner and just misses the net by a hair. As that puck sneaks out of play, he'll be blown dead at 12:50 here in the first. One of those rare occurrences where Castricane misses the net. As he read that play like a book, had a great opportunity, tried to go high right corner and just missed. They'll flip dots as Castricane will step in once again. It'll be the Bearcats the other way. Alex Brown. Brown fires this one. Nathan Chinny saw that the whole way in, and he'll make the save. A 2-on-run rush there. Brown decided to keep that puck on his stick. Tried to go far side post. Nathan Chinny saw that puck the whole way from when it left the tape. Still got 32 seconds left of the 4-on-4. As Matt McKay will take this puck. We'll get it off to Ray Myers. Myers tried to give it back as he'll get harassed. Matthew Bauman. Both of those two got tangled up and fell on the net, knocking it off its pegs. reason for that whistle there. Officials put the pegs back in, set the net back right, and we'll reset. Castricane will step in to take this face-off against Max Williams. Williams win it, but no defenders there as he won it back out of his own end. Will now be Zimmer. Zimmer gives it off. Ryan Lanoy. It's taken away by Luke Slavin. Slavin, he'll get bodied up against the boards. Still has possession of the puck. Zimmer lifts his stick, he'll steal it away. We return to 5-on-5. Castricane nearly a breakaway. As this puck's just been sitting in the slot. Jake Rock, a backhanded pass that just missed Castricane in the back door. As Will Kicker now fires this one towards the net. Slowed down by Matt McKay. McKay protects the puck. He'll put the brakes on and give it to Kicker. Kicker, a backhanded pass to the corner. Ryan Costin awaiting. Back to Kicker. Kicker fires this one on net. And Blauman made the glove save, but traffic in front. Close call. Just under 9 minutes played so far. Still 0-0 our score between the Hoosiers and the Bearcats. And with such a scoring fest yesterday, you never know what day 2 is going to bring. If this puck will be picked up on the far side wall by Sunderhaus. He'll try to connect to Cedric Cohens. And they'll just dump it in deep as Jack Hawkins now, just in front of the Hoosier bench, will be met by 2 white jerseys. Make that 3. As this puck's just gonna sit there on the wall. It's finally dumped out. It looked like Andrew Chambers tried chipping it out and it got caught in the Hoosier bench. We'll have another whistle. This will be to the right of Nathan Chinney. Gary mentioned last night, shots on goal. So far, it looks like they've been keeping them updated. 3 for the Bearcats and 4 for the Hoosiers so far. This one, off the draw, went right back to Chinney. He'll return the biscuit back to the official and we'll reset. Chambers will step in against Alexander Brown. They'll win it back to Hawkins. Hawkins moves it D to D. With Will Kicker, they'll play pitch and catch for a moment before Kicker tries skating it out. He got sticked away as that puck deflected up out of play. Another whistle. We've seen a lot of whistles so far this afternoon.
Absolutely, Goose, and had to fix the play clock real quick, so we've got it ready for you now. About halfway through the first period here.
This will be Will Kicker. He'll once again have a skate. So cross over left and right and make it across the blue line. He'll try to leave a pass for Jake Rock, but quickly given back to Jack Hawkins. Hawkins gives it off to Rock as Rock tries carrying. That pass deflected just in front of Nathan Chinney's net. Jack Hawkins in the Zamboni corner. Try to break out pass there. Once again deflected out of play. This time by Matthew Bauman.
Definitely a lot closer of a game so far than what we saw yesterday. Both teams getting few opportunities to get shots on net here. It says 4-3 on the scoreboard, and that sounds about right. So they've gotten close, just unable to get that shot off.
As Jeremy will win this back. First one on the scene, Ryko Marriage. He'll try giving up to DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo is pressed. This one's fired. It goes just wide. Off the stick of Jacob Kemka. And a high stick, the official blows dead. Yet another whistle. Jeremy will step in against sophomore Max Williams from Lexington, Kentucky. As Williams grabs possession, he'll take a little hit there. As this one's given up to Ethan DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo works across the Bearcat blue line. He'll send a backhanded shot on. That's deflected. Back to the stick of Will Jeremy. Jeremy starts to cycle as he gives it down to Patrick Brandenburg. Tinos Raftis works towards trying to find the back door. It goes just wide. Jeremy puts on the brakes. He'll weave in. Cutting towards the slot. He'll fire this one to the glove, and a nice save there by Justin Blauman. Cincinnati junior goaltender.
That was a great cross-ice pass there. I believe it was Marich who sent that one all the way down to Tinos Raftis. Had some juice on it to get it there.
And some good puck movement in the offensive zone. We haven't really seen too much of that for either team, as that puck got caught in Jeremy's skate. McKay, fancy footwork there, as he'll try sneaking in the Bearcat zone. It will not be the case. The Bearcats almost had a push there. Be picked up by Jackson Gress, as he'll give it off to Spencer Dillard. McKay settles this puck down. Back in his own end, he'll get pushed up along the glass by Nate Rajecki. Ray Myers sends a pass over to DiLorenzo. A 2-on-1 the other way. DiLorenzo to Jeremy. Jeremy scores!
There's number 1.
And that's his first of the year, as Garrett just mentioned. A backhanded shot there. The assist to Ethan DiLorenzo, and the Hoosiers strike first. 1-0 our score. Well, Garrett, a nice pass by Ray Myers found Ethan DiLorenzo in the neutral zone, and Jeremy saw that same thing. Picked up speed, and a quick pass there. He just dished it below the blocker.
Able to put that one home with ease, Goose, and Indiana jumps out to a lead.
And the deadlock is broken. As flying down to the ice was Rosenberg. He'll give a pass to the far side wall. Try to find Aiden Simoneau. Icing was the call. We'll go back to the Hoosiers' end. Now see those shots up to 7-3 in favor for the Hoosiers. Rosenberg steps in to take this, as he'll give it. Aiden Simoneau. Simoneau tried to find Ruffner there, breaking out of the zone. Ends up on the stick of Caden Ancona. Ancona, a backhanded pass, just slips past the Hoosiers. Quickly, Mac McKay works the other way. So McKay will dangle through the neutral zone. He'll start driving as he'll go around the net looking for options. So put on the brakes in the far side hash. That's stolen away by Bauman, Matthew Bauman that is. Not to be confused with the goaltender, Justin Bauman. He'll be harassed in the far side corner by Will Kicker. Cedric Cohens tried a shot attempt there, but went a little wide. The Bearcats go for a quick zone change. This one's flung out of the zone. Will be picked up by Ben Rosenberg. Rosenberg fires this one off the end wall. Will Kicker slowed it down for a moment. Rosenberg working the near side corner. He'll be pushed up as he'll give it off to the point. Here's Hawkins. Hawkins fires this one. It's deflected high, not a play. Good slap shot attempt with 7:39 left in the first. You definitely see the Hoosiers starting to pick up momentum. They definitely had some more offensive zone presence the last 4 or 5 minutes.
They're playing bounce back here, Goose. I wonder if that has to do with how Cincinnati's feeling about today.
It just might be the case.
Took an L last night, looking to bounce back, but Indiana up 1-0 early.
This puck's dumped in by Spencer Dillard. Another weird bounce in that far side Zamboni corner. We've already seen that twice today. Look for that to keep happening, I guess. Slavin puts on the works. He'll be slowed up, and here comes Dillard the other way. Dillard gets pushed along the wall. He'll give it up as Konstantinos Raftis tried to find Ian Smith. Rajecki fires this one. Nathan Chinney makes the pad save, and he'll freeze that with 7:07.
Yeah, Goose, those boards in the corner by the Zamboni open up to let it onto the ice, so maybe the wood a little different than it is all the way around the perimeter of the rink, but that corner definitely has some interesting bounce to it.
You can see the glass pane. There's ones that stick out from the glass. Sometimes you see those weird bounces. It's Paul McClure will grab this on his backhand. Try to break out past there. George Zimmer was awaiting. His shot goes just a little wide. Konstantinos Raftis pressed by 2 Bearcats in the far side wall. Ryan Costin will step in to help as it frees up to McClure. Both teams trying to gain possession as Andrew Chambers, number 9 in red, will pick it up. Chambers flutters this one through the neutral zone. Raftis lays a nice neutral zone hit, as it'll just be dumped in by Jake Rock. The Hoosiers will go to work. As this puck slips out of the zone, Matt McKay will pick it up. We'll go D to D with Ray Myers. Myers back to McKay. McKay, his pass stripped away by Bauman. Bauman leaves it off. And he's now stripped away. It'll be Ryan Costin the other way, a 3-on-2 for the Hoosiers. As Jake Rock, the first one with it. Rock cuts towards the middle. Jake Rock gets laid out, but a big hit. A nice save there by Blauman. Rock a little slow to his feet. Appears to be okay. Good to see.
He'll head off after that one, but Rock just trying to get all the way down towards the crease. Definitely felt that one when he let it go.
Sometimes that's the cost you have to pay. If you want to go out wide, you get hit along the boards, but if you cut towards the middle, that open ice hit is there. He might have just had the wind knocked out of him for a moment. As Will Jeremy. More pep in his step now after that last goal. I'm sure that felt good for him. As here come the Bearcats the other way. Alex Brown fires this one. Nathan Chinney makes the save with his Indiana cursive logo right at the chest. And that play's blown dead here at 5:40 in the first.
Chinney's been looking solid over there early on in this one. Flashing the leather around.
As this puck slow to be possessed by anyone off the draw. It just sat there for a moment. Bauman fires this one. Bauman scores. As Matthew Bauman, the freshman from Cleveland, Ohio, will tie this game at 1, and the Bearcats put one in.
Sunderhouse able to get it for Cincinnati, and it looked like that puck might have taken a weird bounce towards Chinney. The initial shot didn't look like it was going to make it to the net, but might have hit somebody on the way through. I don't know if you saw it, Goose.
Yeah,
but
Bauman's shot came just from above that left dot there and beat Chinney. Almost the same spot that Jeremy scored. As Ruffner will send it up the wing. Pass breaks out to Aiden Simoneau. Sim sends it in deep, and Ruffner goes to work. Ruffner will be pushed along the glass. As Will Kicker fires this one. Got caught in the skates of Zach Greta. As this puck flutters, will be slowed down by Kicker, just short of being an icing. Jack Hawkins gives it up to Sim. Sim over to Kicker. Kicker had that taken away. However, Rosenberg was right there to assist him. Rosen gives it off. Ruffner avoids a big hit. And Blauman had that come all the way back to him, decided just to put the trapper on and freeze it. 4:38 left to play. Here we always say that shift after the goal is a big shift for both teams. And the Bearcats really came out there. Good offensive zone, another break in, good shot. Chinney made a nice save as well, but we'll see if this game keeps ramping up. Sim sends it off to the point. McClure fires this one, goes just a little wide to the right of the cage. As Tinos Raftis steps in to play it. Raftis gives it off. As McClure gets hit hard in the boards. Simoneau gives a check right back, standing up for his teammates. Will be slowed down by Brad Baxton. Aiden Bepko in the far side corner. We'll leave this on Simoneau. A centering pass there just went wide of the stick. This one's not blocked off. Tinos Raftis was waiting on the point, got a clean shot in. And now be chipped off the glass. And a nice hit there as Jacob Kemka gets slammed into the boards by McClure. Both teams trying to find it. A centering pass there off to the point. Brad Baxton fires this one, a second chance, and scored! Bearcats 2-1.
Well, it was a rebound, Goose. Chinney made the initial save. The puck leaked out towards the corner post, and Cincinnati able to put it away.
And Alexander Brown, a freshman out of Erie, Pennsylvania, will score that one for the Bearcats. And now the Bearcats find themselves in the lead for the first time today and this weekend. 2-1 our score. They'll drop it. Castricane wins it off to Matt McKay. McKay tries to find Slavin. Slavin on the backhand will cut around the net. He'll give it off to Ray Myers. Myers gives it right back. Slavin dangles. Slavin fires this one just a little wide left. As it's now slowed down by McKay. McKay gives a pass right back. He'll give it off to Ray Myers. Myers works towards the cage, tried to fire that one. And Brown, Alexander Brown that was, made the stop. Here's McKay. He'll work into the Bearcat zone. Big hit there by Brad Baxton. The Bearcats now have some energy. This one's stolen away by Nick Castricane. And we'll see a whistle slashing the call. I think that's going to go against the Bearcats. And they finally get some energy going, maybe a little too much energy, Garrett, as sitting down for 2 minutes will be Jack Lamelin.
So Indiana with a nice power play here to try to close out the first period, trailing by a goal. They got a great opportunity for the equalizer, and that would be huge for the momentum after what has been a down first period for the boys.
Jeremy steps in to take this. It'll be one back to McKay. McKay off to DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo gives it off to Jeremy. As they'll set up their umbrella. DiLorenzo fires this one just on the outside of the cage. A great shot from him. McKay fires this one and saved away by Blauman. 2:23 left on the big board. Shots 10-8 in favor of the Hoosiers. We're down 2-1 at the moment. Jeremy wins it back to DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo tries working in. He'll be at the slot. There's a Rosenberg. Gives it back to Jeremy. He'll fire this one off the pad. A deflection goes just wide. Not a chance for a rebound. Rosenberg fires this one off the pipe, and that deflects out of play. Great shot by him. Just missed it by an inch there. It deflects out of play. He got another whistle.
He got some air on that wrist shot there, Goose. It looked like that's what he was going for, and just put it a little too high off the crossbar, it looked like. He had the right idea.
DiLorenzo, 3 for 3 so far and getting the puck off the draws in this power play. Jeremy slows it down to Rosenberg. Rosenberg back to DiLorenzo. Jeremy gives it down to the corner. They'll work it. It goes back to the point. Here's D'Lo again. He'll give it off. It's DiLorenzo. Starts working in. They'll go back to Jeremy. Jeremy at the top. This one loose in front and cleared back to the point. Jeremy off to DiLorenzo. Still 50 seconds to go on the power play. Jeremy, a backhanded pass. Trying to find Rosenberg in the middle. McKay works around. Tic-tac-toe! As Rosenberg in the back door buries that one. A power play goal with 1:20 left in the first period. And some great puck movement there. Jeremy centering past to Rosenberg. Sensational as he was able to find the tape and bury it back door.
Absolutely miraculous by Rosenberg there, Goose. That's his third goal of the weekend and point number 8 for him, or excuse me, 7. He had 6 yesterday.
Yeah.
2 goals, 4 assists, and he adds a goal here in the first today.
And the Hoosiers able to capitalize on that power play. Some great puck movement there. And we're now tied 2-2 with just 1:13 left to play in the first.
If you ask him, he'll probably tell you he had an assist on the Jeremy goal too.
And some miscommunication by the officials. They'll blow it dead, and Coach Taylor Lay of the Bearcats unhappy with one of the officials. I'm not sure with what, but you can see him standing on the tip of the bench asking about something. Castricane will step in to take this against Alex Brown. Luke Slavin tried firing that and it hit shin guards. Here's Will Kicker. He'll send it down to the corner. As Castricane gets pressed along the glass. Both teams struggling to find it. Finally taken away by the Bearcats. Here's Cedric Cohen's the other way, a 4-on-1. Cohen's a centering pass. This one's shot, deflected, goes just wide, still loose. As Will Kicker able to clear it up, he'll give it to Jack Hawkins. Just 30 seconds left to play as Hawkins sends this one high down the length of the ice. No icing to call. Castricane there. He'll battle as Ian Smith steps in to help. Smith a centering pass. This one's cleared down.
It's going to be icing.
We'll see if it makes it. It will.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. We'll see if the Hoosiers can set a quick up offensive play and maybe get one or two more chances. Coach Weiss will flip-flop a few guys. We'll have Rosenberg, Castricane, McClure, and Smith out there. Those are his 5 he'll choose. As Castricane steps in, he'll win it back to Slavin. A bouncing puck can't be slowed down. Slavin able to hold the line. This one deflects just wide of the net. As we hear the ring there signifying the end of 20 minutes. 2-2 the score. Shots 14-8 in favor of the Hoosiers. Not a bad start for the Hoosiers there, Garrett.
Absolutely. As trying to skate over to the other end was Spencer Dillard. He didn't like Slavin taking the puck from him as the buzzer went off, and Castricane said, "Get out of here," and that'll send us to the first intermission.
Well, 20 down, 40 to go. We'll take a brief break here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network and join you live for period 2 in just a few moments. Welcome back to the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. Once again, I'm Andrew Gus, joined alongside Garrett Drake. Ready to bring you period number 2 of the action, the middle frame. Two remains our score for the moment. We'll see if that changes this period.
They're getting us fired up with the music in here. Had some Kerncraft 400, now some Narco.
I'm excited, Garrett. I don't know about you, but
wouldn't be surprised if the boys come out flying a little bit in the second period. Got the Red Bull in them, feeling good.
Absolutely.
And here we go.
Williams will step in against Rosenberg, and Rosenberg wins it back as the Hoosiers start D-to-D. Ruffner tries putting it in deep. It'll be started off by Ryan Lanoe. As Jack Hawkins fires this one. Shin guards the defender. Hawkins lays the body there. We'll reverse it. A centering pass there, nobody there. Rosenberg, a great opportunity. As he'll now hold it on his backhand. Rosenberg, a pass trying to find Hawkins. Just went off of one of the defender's legs. Hawkins goes D-to-D with Ray Myers. Myers checks to make sure everyone's on side and dumps it in deep. We'll see that crazy corner, deflect the puck out again. As Ruffner gives it off. Trying to find Ray Myers. Myers works towards it, goes to the back door, nobody there. As it's chipped up and out of play by Jacob Kemka. A lot of stoppages in play, a lot of whistles in the first period. I know we don't have an actual count for all those whistles, Garrett, but we had quite a few in the first period. As Chambers will be set to step in. He'll take it against Jacob Kemka. Take that back. It'll be Max Williams again. As McKay fires a slap shot. It bounced just to Jake Rock's stick, and he missed wide. And not sure if something's wrong or not, but Blauman took his helmet off. Oh, it looks like
he lost his
Blauman's
blade.
blade come off.
Or somebody did. Was it it was the goalie?
It's Justin Blauman, yeah. And that's not something you see very often, but my best bet is he was sliding from one side of the post to the other and hit that post a little too hard where it popped off.
I don't know if they'll be able to get it back in on the ice or not. Looks like he's good now.
That's what teammates are for. They helped him out there. And he looks to be all good, so we'll reset, take this to Blauman's right. As they'll step in again. Chambers wins it back. Matt McKay fakes in. He'll go wide. He'll shoot this one. It's deflected. And Blauman can't even stand up. His skate really is messed up. As Ray Myers will try to give it up to Costin. We'll see if the Hoosiers might be able to capitalize here on an opportunity. As it's deflected in. Myers will be pinned up. And whistle blown dead.
It fell out again.
Yeah, Blauman's skate is really messed up right now.
They're going to have to bring in a new goalie for this.
And first one off the bench is Caden Dalton. He's the one we saw start last night.
Yeah, they're just going to have to pull him. Just pull him, boys. There we go. It's like a training cart when you're first learning how to skate right there.
See if they can get some adjustments on the bench for him. We'll see if he comes back into the game, if they can fix his skate up. But for the time being, Caden Dalton's going to hop off the bench after sitting there for the last period in 2 minutes. Definitely not very stretched out. So we'll come back to the neutral ice and drop it where they blew that last play dead. That's where the puck was, and they stopped it. Castricane will win it back to his own defense as McClure gives it up to Raftis. McClure will now have a skate as he'll connect up to Castricane. Just bounce off of his skate. McClure gets pushed off it. Now here's Castricane in the near side corner. He'll skate around the net looking for options. Put on the brakes. He'll give it to Slavin. Slavin gives it off to the point. That just missed Tino Raftis' stick. As Raftis gives it off to McClure. McClure right back to Tino's. Konstantinos Raftis trying to pass there. It was broken up by a Bearcat defender. McClure takes the hit, but gets the puck in deep. Another odd bounce. Here's Luke Slavin. Slavin, a centering pass. This one loose in front and saved by Dalton. That pass once again deflected off the glass and shot out towards the middle where Luke Slavin was awaiting.
Talk about getting tested right off the bench there.
As Nick Castricane will step in to take this face off. It'll be won by Jack LeBellin. And the Bearcats are set to break out. They're just about to, and Konstantinos Raftis stopped them. Ian Smith works in the far side corner. He'll have that stripped away, and here come the Bearcats the other way. Aiden Bepko will work across the blue line. He'll shoot this one just a little high and wide. As it broke itself out after he missed the net. It'll be Nate Rajecki. He'll try a centering pass there. Shot down by Ian Smith as the Hoosiers hold the line. Will be dumped up, and back to Smith in the neutral ice. Raftis gives it off to McClure. Finds Slavin a centering pass as McClure regains possession. McClure works to the top of the circle. He'll start cutting in. A centering pass there, just missed the stick of Slavin. As the Bearcats dump it out again. Here's Jack Hawkins. He'll receive this pass and give it to Slavin, who dumps it in. Oh, Garrett, we've played about 3.5 minutes, and the Bearcats are still yet to register a shot on net this period. As Jack Hawkins fires this one a little wide. Will Kicker able to hold the line. Puts it back in. Brandenburg gets tripped up in the corner. As Hawkins gets smashed in the glass. Brandenburg gives it off to the point. Will Kicker awaits it. As it's finally slowed down by the stick of Brendan Booth. Booth chips it out. Delayed icing. The referees call it off. A foot race. Hawkins the first one there. They'll give it up to Ethan DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo takes a check there as Hawkins steps in to help. And it'll free up to the stick of Patrick Brandenburg, the junior. Brandy has a little skate as he'll chip it up the boards. Trying to find DiLorenzo. Delayed offsides. The Hoosiers are going to be forced to tag up. And it gives the Bearcats a moment to break out. Ryan Lanoy gives it up to Bauman. Bauman connects to the far side to Zimmer. He'll fire this one off the blocker. Still loose in front and cleared out. Will Kicker, it's going to be an icing, but a great time to take an icing.
Chinny was in no position to make a save there, and Kicker fortunately able to get it out of there.
Open in the back door. And
you'll take an icing in that scenario.
Much rather take an icing than a goal. And open in the back door, they nearly had it.
Chinny was on his back.
He was. The Hoosiers dodge a bullet there. 2-2 remains our score. As Will Jeremy. He'll swing it up as the Hoosiers break out. He'll make a check in neutral ice. As here's George Zimmer. Zimmer gives it up. Stolen away by Myers. Myers on the point. He'll work in the backhand. Myers puts on the brakes. A centering pass there deflected high to Matt McKay. McKay tries a slap shot. Anyway, still goes a little wide. Great effort there by Matt McKay.
That would have been a heck of an assist by Myers.
As here's Myers again. Myers skates it in. That's deflected away by a Cincinnati defender. Stripped away there Ben Rosenberg, a good takeaway. Ruffner gets ruffled up in the corner as Aiden Simino steps in for reinforcements to help. Sim battles it out. He'll give it off to Rosenberg. Rosenberg nearly had that one before Jacob Kempka was there to break up the play. Ruffner gets harassed in neutral ice. Here's Greta the other way. Zach Greta fires this one and scores! 3-2 the score as the Bearcats strike again with 14:02 in the second. Zach Greta found that pass at the top of the circle and saw that far side open and decided to take a shot, and he scored.
Went right after the glove side there, and Zach Greta puts the Bearcats on top.
Beat Chinny just a little high over the glove. Coach Weiss will send out Chambers, Rock, and Costin. The next three out there, we'll see if this line can get anything going. As the Bearcats will win this back, it will be started off by Jackson Gress. Gress will get pushed along the boards by Andrew Chambers as Ryan Costin steps in to help. Costin, good forecheck there. Nearly separates the man from the puck. As Zach Greta makes a pass up. The Bearcats clear it out, dump it in deep. Cheney decides just to hold on to it.
And the clock is still running. Finally, they're able to stop it. Doesn't appear they're going to add any time back.
We'll see if they wait a second. Maybe they'll delay the clock.
They let about 10 seconds run off. And now it's running again.
And the official speaks to both benches. I'm assuming they're just going to wait to start the clock for about 10 seconds to run off time. We'll get it back.
Well, they let it go down to 3:18.
And they'll probably let it sit there for about 10 seconds. I'm assuming. Still stuck there. We'll see. As the Hoosiers dump it in deep. It finally started, Garrett, for 2 seconds.
Well, they took more time off before they let it go, so I don't know what that was about, but our clock had 33 when it was at 23 over here, and then they put it down to 18 for some reason.
Well, nevertheless, Andrew Chambers steps in to take it. He'll lose his stick off the draw as Paul McClure able to take it. McClure finds Chambers. We'll have a 2-on-1 the other way. Chambers drives towards the net. A centering pass to the back door. He just missed Ryan Costin. It will now be taken back in possession of the Bearcats by Alex Brown. Brown tallied a goal last night and this afternoon. Konstantinos Raftis will now take possession. Send it off the boards to Ryan Costin. A little too much muster on that pass that just missed him. As McClure will wait for them to tag up. As he'll try to leave a drop pass there for Costin. Unsuccessful.
That's going to be a penalty.
Yes, it will. The arm flies up.
Chinny can head to the bench here.
As Raftis makes a play. They'll slow it down for a minute, let Chinny get off and see what they can do with a delayed penalty. McClure gives it up the wing. He'll have Konstantinos Raftis. Raftis gives it to McClure. Still waiting to set up as DiLorenzo now gives it. D'Lo takes it back. So leave it for Castricani. We'll see if the Hoosiers can finally start to skate.
Now a Bearcat loses a stick.
Castricani gets tripped
and
up. We'll see another penalty. Still delayed for one call. We'll see two delayed penalties now.
They're going to have a 2-minute 5-on-3, Goose.
We'll see if they can work up ice here and at least start to get something going before those begin. And Matt McKay weaves in. McKay drives towards the net. He'll go all the way around as he'll kick it back to Castricani.
Just keep it going, guys.
We'll give it off to DiLorenzo. And the Bearcats just need to touch it for it to be blown dead.
We've got two linesmen with their arm in the air.
They're going to have to get sore at some point.
Almost took another.
Here's Slavin. Slavin tries a pass, and the Bearcats finally touch it up. I'm sure the officials are happy to put their arms down. They've been holding them for a while.
So Indiana's going to have a 5-on-3 out of this for the full 2 minutes as well.
Oh, there was a trip. I saw the trip the second one. I didn't see what the first one was the exact call. I'm pretty sure it was a
boarding is what it looked like.
Well, going to the box are both 17 and 18 for the Bearcats. That's Jack Lamellon and Aiden Bepko. Well, they should both sit for 2 minutes. And we'll see a 5-on-3 for the Indiana Hoosiers for 2 minutes.
And it looks like Cincy took a timeout trying to figure out how they're going to handle this situation. Somebody called timeout.
Well, they got the 2 minutes up on the board for both of those guys, both Lamellon and Bepko. And we'll see a 5-on-3 for the Hoosiers, a full 2 minutes. See if they can create some magic here as DiLorenzo gives it down to the corner.
If they get a goal, they'll still have a power play as well.
As Rosenberg works it off to DiLorenzo. They'll fake a slap shot.
Oof, just a little
Garrett,
too
you can
hot.
already see with the only 3 defenders, the Hoosiers are able to press in. He'll fire this one, a shot that went just wide. That was Ben Rosenberg. As DiLorenzo holds it, he'll give it back to Rosenberg. Rosie
Keep it
gives off
moving.
a pass.
Keep it moving.
Jeremy leaves it off for McKay. McKay tries to give it right back. Jeremy, a backdoor pass. Trying to find Rosenberg awaiting there. 40 seconds is gone. Jeremy fires this one. It's Matt McKay. Holds on to it. McKay skates towards the net. Tried to fire a shot there that went off the stick of Alex Brown. Brown without a stick at the moment, and the Bearcats just able to clear it out. They'll both change.
Indiana got to hurry a little bit now.
As here's Jeremy. Cut left over right and back as he'll go across the blue line and slow it down. He'll give it to Raftis. Raftis off to DiLorenzo. Just 45 seconds in the 5-on-3. D'Lo fires this one. A save. Shot back door and scored. Not 1, but 2 goals for Will Jeremy this afternoon.
And fortunately for the Hoosiers, they're able to get that one with 40 seconds left. So they'll still have a power play as well.
And 40 seconds to go, and 3-3. We're now tied. Well, Garrett, some puck movement there, and the Hoosiers able to collapse in on the Cincinnati defenders. A backdoor pass, and Germs knew where to be.
And everybody was wondering when Jeremy was going to get his first goal, and he's got 2 today to get off the schneid.
Here's Konstantinos Raftis. They'll put on the break. Mind you, still 30 seconds to go on the power play for the Hoosiers. As here's Castricane. Released from a cannon as he flies up ice. Luke Slavin slows it down. He'll give it off to Castricane. Rosenberg gives it off. As here's Jake Rock. Rock gives it off to Raftis. Raftis starts driving towards the net. Raftis fires. Just missed a stick of Rosenberg in the back door as Castricane able to hold the line.
They can get another shot here.
And the Bearcats return a man to the ice. We're back to 5-on-5 even strength. And the Bearcats try to centering pass there, icing the call. It'll go all the way back to their own end.
I wonder if the 2 Bearcats in the penalty box played rock, paper, scissors to decide who got to leave first. I don't know how you officially decide that. Maybe it's whoever's penalty is put up
the
on,
first one that goes in
on the board first. But
exactly. Well, 21-9, so we've only seen 1 shot still so far by the Bearcats this period. The lone wolf that went in. Shot by Zach Greta as here's the Bearcats again working from right to left. A centering pass there. Nathan Chinney makes it stop with the blocker and puts his glove on it. George Zimmer skated in and put a shot on net. It's again 3-3 our score. 8:44 here in period 2. And just as I mentioned that was another registered shot for the Bearcats. Andrew Chambers will step in to take this against Zach Greta. Greta will lift his stick and win it back to the Bearcats. The Hoosiers will now collapse as Will Picker will gain possession. Picker Tried a centering pass there. It was knocked away by Chambers. And Zach Greta nearly took a big hit in open ice. Racco Marich sends it up the boards. It'll be slowed down by Brendan Booth. As here's Ryan Costin. First one on the scene in the near side corner. He'll try to scoop it up on his forehand. A little toe drag there. A nifty move. Try to backhand pass. He's sticked away. And he'll get laid out in open ice. He's in some clear pain as now the Bearcats able to slow it down. It'll be Ray Myers the other way.
And that is not good. It looked like his leg got caught underneath. And Costin might need some help here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network.
We'll return back here. 7 minutes and 50 seconds. We really hope Ryan Costin's all right. His teammates are able to help him off the ice. A scary play in neutral ice there as his leg got bent backwards. After the whistle, this will be to the right of Nathan Chinney's net. Stepping to take it, Will Jeremy against Max Williams. And the centering pass there just goes wide. Shot on net by Jacob Kemka. Here's a second chance opportunity, and the Bearcats strike again. This time, the junior Dylan Marks finds his name on the score sheet. And 4-3, the score in favor of the Bearcats.
So far, Indiana just not being able to cover the net, and this one is what it comes down to. They're leaving that far side open, and Chinney unable to get over there.
Here's Ruffner the other way, as he'll dump it in deep. Simoneau lays a nice hit. As it frees up, Simoneau with the first one there again. He'll lay a reverse hit, Simoneau, wow! How about that? As here's McClure, he'll fire this one just a little wide of the net. It's held down, and here come the Bearcats the other way. Once again, Marks. Dylan Marks this time trying to drive towards the net, just cut off short. As another centering pass there, stopped away by the Hoosiers defense. It'll be picked up by Paul McClure. McClure, the freshman defender, will carry it across the line. Rosenberg there to help him. A backdoor pass, Ruffner just missed. As this one flies up and down the length of the ice. No icing called. Jack Hawkins the first one there. Hawkins gets pressured as it's slowed down. Dragged down to the ice with McClure.
There we go.
It's now carried out of the zone by Ian Smith. Smith drives towards the net. He'll fire this one. He
that one
had
almost
him
snuck
beat.
in.
Just saved by Blauman the last second. As a well kicker slows it down.
Hawkins just put on a monster hit behind the play, too.
Kicker will skate up across the blue line with speed. He'll fire this one right to the glove and saved away by Blauman again. 5:55. Kicker gives us in deep. Ian Smith, the first one on the scene, will try to slow it down. It's taken away from him. As the Bearcats now move the other way. Here's Alex Brown. Brown tried a centering pass there. It's deflected off the skate of Nick Castricane. The Bearcats starting to hit a little more. The physicality's definitely stepped up. This one fired from the point. Ryan Lanoy almost snuck it in there. As it now goes through his skates, no icing the call. As the Bearcats scoop it up in their own end. Brown gives it off to Zimmerer. Zimmerer drives across the blue line. He'll cut towards the middle. He'll go to the near side pad, and Chinny makes a nice save. However, it's taken away by the Hoosiers, and here comes Luke Slavin the other way. Slavin gets pushed along the glass. As Ian Smith tried a centering pass there. Just deflects out of the zone. As Matt McKay will now slow it down. McKay turns on the Jets. He'll evade one defender. McKay drives it. He'll fire this one and saved away again by Blauman.
Indiana getting so many shots on net here. Just not able to put them in.
Yeah, so far, these shots have been right at the target, Blauman, from the point. We really see them get successful when they start working it in, make that extra pass and drive towards the net.
Since you have 6 guys out there?
They did for a moment. They were just able to sneak them off there. And we'll reset again as Jeremy tried to win this to the wing. Now possessed by Brad Backstrom. McKay settles this puck down to the ice. McKay a centering pass to Brandenburg. Brandenburg fires this one off the noggin. Blauman squirts himself with water. He makes the save. And yes, that is Justin Blauman back in cage. He got his skates all fixed up and he's back. Dalton fires this one down the ice. And whistle down. Pardon me, that was Backstrom. And we'll reset another offensive zone face-off for the Indiana Hoosiers.
I'm guessing they were able to make that change after the injury delay with Costin. I didn't see him sneak back over there, but...
Yeah, I didn't either, but I was not focused on that for the moment, so I missed. Possessed by Jackson Gress, as he'll stop behind his net looking for options. He'll send it off the near side wall as it banks back to the Hoosiers' blue line. This will be Matt McKay. Trying to slow it down. It's stolen away and shot and scored. Jacob Kemka. A turnover by Matt McKay at his own blue line.
Billis is coming in.
I don't even know if Chinny got pulled or if he just skated off the bench on his own, but Nathan Chinny will skate off and Sammy Billis will skate in.
Yeah, as soon as that puck went in, Billis was getting ready, so they probably told him, next goal, you're in.
Now the Hoosiers only down 5-3, 3:58 left in the second. Still tons of time to come back. As McClure will give it off to Konstantinos Raptis. It gets worked towards the middle. Here's Andrew Chambers the other way. Chambers leaves it off for Rock. Jake Rock fired that one just a little wide. Paul McClure sent it back in deep. Jake Rock able to hold the line. As Aiden Simino nearly had that one stopped. And here's Zach Greta the other way. Greta dumps it in with his backhand, and Sammy Billis decides just to stop it. Some post-whistle activity there. Paul McClure and Cedric Cohens. Those two settle down. As Andrew Chambers will step in and take this off to the left of Sammy Billis' net. Puck will be won by Alex Brown. There's a swarm of red and white behind Billis' net. Finally able to come up with it is the Bearcats as it makes its way out to the point. It'll be slowed down, once again fired, loose in front. Bodies fly down to the ice and saved away Sammy Billis. Able to put his blocker on that, make the save. Still 2:55 remaining here in period 2. Shots on goal, 25-15 in favor of the Hoosiers. Still scoreboard tilted in favor of the Bearcats, who are in the lead 5-3. Pass makes it back to the point. Here's Aiden Bepko. He'll fire that one just wide. As Ruffner gives it up. Bearcat defense, shoot it to the far side. First one there is Will Kicker. Kicker gives it up, and that's Jack Hawkins. Hawkins evades a hit. As Luke Slavin joins the pack. He'll pick up the puck and work across the blue line. As he shovels it over, Ben Rosenberg had that taken away. Here's Jack Hawkins. Hawkins starts driving towards the net. Rosenberg again behind the net. Rosenberg a centering pass opportunity. Let's slow down. Here's Will Kicker. Kicker, a backdoor pass. Nearly found an awaiting Rosenberg. It just slipped off his stick. As Ruffner gets pinned along the far side corner. See if Rosenberg can pick this free. He does.
Now we're right back, pinned up against the boards again.
As here's Jack Hawkins. Hawkins fires this one. There's a lot of muscle on that shot, just missed the net by a foot. Hawkins gets pressed along the glass. Luke Slavin leaves a drop pass for Jeremy. Jeremy, another centering pass. Finally stolen away by the Bearcats as they'll shoot it down. I don't think it's going to make it. It won't make it for icing as Matt McKay puts on the brakes. McKay will start to work up ice as he'll give it off. So now it'll be Ethan DiLorenzo in possession of the puck. Dio puts on the brakes. He'll give it off to Ray Myers. Myers works across the blue line. As he leaves it off, he'll chase to the corner. As it's now chipped out to the neutral zone. Here's Castricane. He'll work it over. The Hoosiers make a few passes. It'll be Matt McKay now trying to scoop it up. And here's DiLorenzo the other way. D'Lo makes it across the blue line. Tried to give it to Castricane, just missed him. Got stuck in his skates.
He had a shooting lane there too.
Here's Brad Baxton. He'll get pushed along the glass hard. As the Hoosiers nearly stripped that away. That was Jeremy. Could have had a breakaway.
14 seconds left here.
The Bearcats try to slow it down. Zach Greta pushes it past McKay. Greta drives in. He'll shoot this one. It goes just wide. And once again behind the net it goes, and we'll hear the horn signifying the end of the first 40 minutes here. And the score 5-3 in favor of the Bearcats. We'll take a brief break and join you for period 3 of Indiana Hoosiers hockey. 5 periods down in the books, 1 to go this weekend. The Bearcats and Hoosiers have battled hard. We still got 20 minutes left to play. 5-3 the score. Shots 25 in favor of the Hoosiers, 16 for the Bearcats. As the rubber biscuit hits the ice, we're underway for period number 6 of the weekend. As Jack Hawkins gives it over to Will Kicker. Kicker gives it up. It's now carried in. Rosenberg trying to wrap around shot attempt there. Nearly had it. As it's slowed down by Will Kicker.
Rosenberg pirouetting around over there.
As it's just dumped into neutral ice.
Looked like he did about a 720.
Too many spins.
Double axel.
As it'll now be slowed down by the Bearcats in the far side half wall. Slowed down by Jackson Gress. As Gress will now have a skate. Gress sends a flying saucer pass up the middle. It's deflected in deep. And Jack Hawkins will scoop it up. This puck frees out to neutral ice. As nearly dumped back in and stopped just short. It's Hawkins. Ray Myers will push a man into the wall. As the Bearcats now slow it down. They'll send it in deep and go for a line change. As Patrick Brandenburg brings it back down to the ice. Cedric Cohen's nearly had it. Hawkins took it away from him. This puck bounces, finally slowed down by Jake Rock. He'll get up to Brandenburg. And back and forth it goes. It's now Matt McKay in possession. McKay drives in. It jumps off his stick. It's now possessed by Zach Greta. Ray Myers finds his puck on his stick as Matt McKay gives it up to Jake Rock. Rock moves across the blue line. Trying a shot attempt there. And stolen away. Here come the Bearcats the other way. I take that back. Will Jeremy now. Back and forth both teams. Germs on hat-trick patrol. Sent that one off the near side pad. Germs fires again, loose in the back door, and saved away Justin Blauman.
Indiana needs a couple more from somebody, Goose, and Jeremy has been the reliable option today with 2 of the 3 goals, but the Hoosiers are going to have to work with a sense of urgency throughout this entire third period because they need 2, and we know how quickly those minutes run off the clock.
They really do. So there's already been about 2 minutes and 7 seconds off the clock. Their best thing to do and best route of option is score fast and score soon. They can get one early and just make it a 1-goal game. They'll give themselves a much better opportunity. Jeremy will step in to take it. As it bounces free, here's Paul McClure. McClure trying to pass there, just jumped off his stick. Tino's Raftis will pick it up. Raftis gives it up to Luke Slavin. Slavin, a pass behind the back. Nearly found Jeremy breaking away. And Slavin, DiLorenzo, and Jeremy, a new third period line we have not seen all game long. Here's Slavin. Slavin works in. He'll fire this one. And blocked her down. I thought he made the save, but Blauman just put it back down to the ice as a rebound. As McClure fires. Blocked away. And that went off the body of Spencer Dillard. As DiLorenzo battles. Trying to find Tino's Raftis cutting in, and it just slipped off someone's stick. There's Will Jeremy at his own blue line. He'll fake in and cut back. As Germs will use his speed. He'll fly up ice. Driving towards it. A backhand shot off the helmet, loose in front. And Blauman dives out of his net and make the save. A golden opportunity there again as Will Jeremy, a backhanded shot on target right to Blauman's head, and the rebound was just sitting there in the slot. Nobody able to gain possession and get a good quality shot on net. There's Jack Hawkins. Hawkins gives it down to Ian Smith. Smith gives it over to Chambers. Chambers gets pushed along the wall as it now frees up to the point. Will Kicker rims it around the boards. Chambers makes a nice hit. brought back down and sent in deep by Chambers. Nick Castricani puts on the Jets, trying to get there first. And it's now slowed down by Caden Ancona. Kicker gives it off. Hawkins puts it back down to the ice. Puck's just bouncing up high in the air. Everyone's trying to bring it back down.
That one deflected off the hand of Sunderhaus and went into the netting after that. "30 shots now for Indiana, just 3 goals so far."
And still, Garrett, as you mentioned, time ticking off the clock, nearly 5 minutes played. As the Bearcats gain possession off the draw. Will be held now by Sunderhaus. It's now carried up the wing by Ancona. Ancona stripped. As that puck's now on the stick of Ruffner. Colin Ruffner. A big 2-goal game last night.
It's going to be a penalty as Semino gets dragged down.
Semino taken down by Ancona, who has his arm up, but he's skating in the direction of the box. He knows he's done something wrong, and interference will be the call. The Hoosiers are gifted with a power play. Garrett, this right now would be the opportunity for them to do what they've been doing and close that gap, close it on the Bearcats, and so it's a quality chance. Hoosiers trying to plead it. That went off one of the Bearcats' stick. They're not going to agree with them, so this will go out to neutral ice. As Will Jeremy will step in to take the face-off against Max Williams. Jeremy wins another one. There's McKay, throw on the brakes. He'll send it to the far side where Ethan DiLorenzo is waiting. D'Lo fires it all the way around. Trying to find Ben Rosenberg. As he's pressed up along the wall. Here's Jeremy. He'll give it off to DiLorenzo. Back to Jeremy. Back to DiLorenzo again. Why not? This will be Matt McKay this time. So McKay works to the top of the zone. DiLorenzo now gives it back. Tried that backdoor pass again. They were successful earlier. Here's DiLorenzo. He'll go in for a shot. This one strikes glass. As Jeremy will slow it down at the top of the circle again. This will be Matt McKay. McKay trying to backdoor pass to Rosenberg. Rosenberg had his stick knocked out of his hand for a moment. He lost possession. Here's Jeremy. He'll cut in. He's getting completely hooked. A backdoor pass nearly found Rosenberg and just missed his stick. Still 51 seconds to go on the man advantage. Rosenberg gives it off. Jeremy in the corner. A centering pass. Aiden Semino, top left. And that's where Mama keeps the cookies. Top shelf.
Peanut butter.
And Sim makes it a 1-goal game.
Semino just hanging out there right in the middle of the slot, and he was waiting for that one-time pass and able to put it top shelf.
When's the last time Sim's had a game where he hasn't scored? I can't remember. Sim scores every game, it seems. As he'll continue to keep scoring. And
3rd goal of the weekend, along with a couple other Hoosiers. Jeremy's got 3. Actually, no, he doesn't, not yet.
2.
He's looking for it.
This shot goes just wide. Well, Garrett, we mentioned they needed to score early, and that's going to be early enough where we have a 1-goal game. Here's a 2-on-1 the other way. This one fired on net, a rebound save. Sammy Billis stands tall. So now be Ian Smith. Ian Smith off to the races. Smith fires this one to the glove side and saved away by Blauman. Hawkins lays a nice hit in front of the Bearcat bench, trying to get a hit back. As Will Kicker, a stretch pass, trying to find Slavin for a break. Unsuccessful. As Jack Hawkins in his own end, lays a hit.
That was a big one.
It was. And here's Nick Castricani the other way, a 3-on-2. Castricani tries A nice fancy move there, a little too much. He couldn't get through. Castricane, a toe drag. Raftis gives it off. This is Paul McClure. McClure fires, and the save, once again, Justin Blauman.
And I like how Raftis, whenever he got that puck near the blue line, he just sent it right in towards the net once again, hoping for maybe a rebound opportunity, and up for the challenge was Blauman. That's what you got to do when you're in need of a goal, though. Just get it over there.
Get pucks to the net, get bodies to the net. That's what you're going to have to do. As Jake Rock sends us with his backhand, it rims around behind the net. Chambers tries driving towards the net. It's loose at the doorstep. And the Bearcats able to clear it for a second. Jake Rock sends it back in deep. McClure holds the red line at least. No icing as he dumps it in. It's shot off the boards. 12:20 left to play here in period 3. 5-4, the Bearcats lead the Hoosiers. As it frees out, the Bearcats able to break. Konstantinos Raftis gives it off to McClure. McClure dumps it in just wide of the net. Jake Rock will go put on some pressure down below. Okay, steps up to fire this shot. It deflects up high and out of play. Another stop of play. Here at the intensities there, we've got a nice close game here. Neck and neck, both of these two teams. And it's almost a grind time.
We're getting close to it.
Rosenberg will step in to take this face-off against Max Williams. He'll win it back. McKay trying to backdoor pass as Ray Myers slid into the zone. Nearly connected to that. Simoneau had the most recent goal for the Hoosiers. Tried knocking that puck away. As offsides was the call. Both officials saw the same thing. Jacob Kemka a little ahead of the play. The Hoosiers win this. Myers gives it up to Matt McKay. This defensive pairing's been pretty strong all year long, and they really move the puck well. This will be Matt McKay this time. He'll go for a skate. McKay gets knocked off the puck. Centering pass there by the Hoosiers. Colin Ruffner gives it off to Ray Myers. Rosenberg sent down to the ice. Here's Simoneau. As now the Bearcats the other way, it's Alex Brown. Brown fires this one on the outside of the net.
Second shot hit the side of the net there.
This will be Ray Myers. He'll give it up the wing. That just bounces over Simoneau's stick. And sent back in deep by the Bearcats. Billis steps out of his net to play it. Matt McKay being harassed on his own net by two Bearcat forecheckers. And stolen away. Here comes Ethan DiLorenzo as he'll send a pass. Trying to find Castricane. Will Jeremy will be the first one there. And now the Bearcats move the other way. This will be Aiden Bepko as he'll send it in deep and saved away. Pardon me, that was Brendan Booth. 18 and 19 on the back of the sweater tucked in confused me for a moment.
Yeah, that lead pass trying to start the break there. Puck just a little bit too bouncy as we've got the clock running again. Still going. Finally, they stop it.
Once again, about 10 seconds taken off. We'll see if they just wait to start at 10 seconds. A little delay. It'll be Greta and Jeremy.
Looks like they're going to wait till 25 to start it.
Billis makes the save. .10:23 left to play. But that puck must have got caught in Billis's leg pad there. All good, we'll reset
Was the clock running again?
It was running
oh
again.
my gosh.
Trying to get it set there.
They could just make our game clock official. We'll yell at them when it's when the period's over.
So Nick Castricane had that taken away from him and dumped in deep by Cedric Cohens. Jack Hawkins able to connect up to Ethan DiLorenzo. Quickly stolen away and shot back towards the way of the Hoosiers. Castricane, fancy move. Tried to find Ethan DiLorenzo. He's stolen away by the Bearcat defense.
More than halfway through the period.
Jack Hawkins, and so possessed on the backhand and send it in deep. Castricane, the first one in the corner, will give it up to DiLorenzo. Ethan DiLorenzo knocked off the puck there. The Hoosiers tag up. Offside is the call. They almost had it. Ray Myers had the puck when it was blown dead. Small plays just like that could have been great to have another offensive zone rush, but offside's blown dead at 9:28 here in the third. Jack LaMellon will win this face-off forward through the legs of Andrew Chambers as Bill steps out of his net to play it. Luke Slavin sends it off the wall. Give and go pass to Matt McKay. Here's Slavin the other way. Slavin avoids a hit and loses possession of the puck. As Ray Myers will now hold it. Myers chips it off the boards. Slavin gets knocked to the ice. Chambers, a centering pass. Ray Myers.
Keep it moving.
Drone towards the net. He'll have Matt McKay in the slot. McKay fires. This one hits end boards. And a Hoosier down on the ice.
Myers got dumped. It's going to be a penalty as well.
Cross-checking the call. Straight to the numbers. And another Indiana Hoosiers power play. Ray Myers took the hit but made the play. His team's going to have a one-man advantage for 2 minutes. Sitting down for two will be Spencer Dillard. Well, Myers, a great pass to Matt McKay. McKay just missed the net by a few inches, but a golden opportunity once again. We'll see if the power play can be successful as it was last time, as Jones wins it back to D'Lo. Ethan DiLorenzo sends it down. It'll be Ben Rosenberg. Rosenberg to McKay. McKay sends another ripper, he scores! Aiden Simino tipped in front. And Aiden Simino, another 2-goal game. Another power play goal, the third of the afternoon. And 5-5, tie game.
Well, now Cincinnati knows the rest of the game. They can't afford to take any penalties because Indiana's going to score.
And just 12 seconds into the power play, Matt McKay shot tipped by Sim in front. We're tied at 5.
Aiden Simino, goal number 7 on the year. No, he's up to 9.
It might be 9.
He had 5 coming into the weekend, right?
Yeah, I think Sim has 4 2-goal games, if I'm not mistaken. A big hit by Ben Rosenberg, and that's going to be blown a penalty as interference the call. So now they'll exchange, and the Bearcats will have a man advantage for 2 minutes on a Ben Rosenberg interference penalty. Drama here in the third period.
Well, the penalty kill for Indiana's been great up to this point, but this is going to be the biggest one of the weekend right here.
It's going to be Chambers, Brandenburg, McClure, and Raftis, the 4 out there defending for the moment. As the Bearcats win it, they'll go point to point. Shot blocked away by Tinos Raftis. Will now be held past back and forth at the top. Carried in by Sunderhaus. Sunderhaus fires this one. That strikes glass. As now back to the point. Fired, deflected high.
Stays in play.
Back in play, Raftis able to clear that puck. As Andrew Chambers sends it down the length of the ice. No icing. The Hoosiers able to get 3 out of 4 killers changed. And they've killed off 30 seconds so far.
McKay's chin strap's undone as he was trying to fix it before the attack. He'll have to let it go.
George Zimmer gives it up. And Simino able to clear out of the zone.
Now he'll get clipped up.
He's back all set. Matt McKay, that is. As the Bearcats now work out of their own end. Carried by Sunderhaas. He'll work across the red line, now the blue line. Sunderhaas, a centering pass. This one fired and put down to the ice was Alex Brown. He got double teamed there.
Got sandwiched.
As Matt McKay, a fancy move. A 3-on-2 the other way. Left for Ian Smith. Smith works it. He'll send this one saved away and just put into the corner.
They got to get back now.
As now the Bearcats wheel the other way. This will be Brendan Booth. Booth stops. A centering pass there.
Nice play.
Stolen away and sent the length of the ice by the Hoosiers down to just 20 seconds on the man advantage. It'll be stopped by Jackson Gress as he'll work out of his own end. Andrew Chambers steals that away, tries to give it up to Brandenburg. As here come the Bearcats the other way. This will be Matthew Bauman. Bauman sends a shot. This one deflects off the boards. We return back to 5-on-5 even strength. The Hoosiers able to kill off that minor penalty.
And a smart play with the stick by Billis there to swat that one to the corner after the puck hit the end boards and squeaked out in front of the net.
This will be Will Kicker. As Kicker goes across the red line, he'll send it in deep. As now Cedric Cohens gives it up. It'll connect up to Zach Greta. Greta dumps it in deep. It's picked up by Ray Myers. Myers, a pass that bounced off the end boards and right back to the net of Billis. Close call there. A weird ricochet off those end boards. And 5:48 here in the third, 5-5 our score. And after a 9-2 blowout yesterday, the Hoosiers capitalized. This one, not the case. As Ben Rosenberg tied up the face-off there, taken possession by the Bearcats. As Matt McKay gets bumped off the puck. Myers chips this off the wall. Awaiting there, Ben Rosenberg. Rosenberg finds Slavin. We'll have a 2-on-2 the other way. Slavin and Rock. Slavin tries to drive towards the net. He was pushing the end boards after a centering pass there. Rosenberg picks it up in the near side corner. He'll get pushed off. As it's sent off to the point, McKay. McKay tried to go backdoor looking for Rosenberg. Will just miss the mark. There's Ray Myers down below. With pressure. So now it'll be Luke Slavin taking possession. Slavin trying to work the puck down below. Myers, backdoor pass. Will Jeremy shoots and scores a hat trick! And the Hoosiers now in the lead. As Germs tallies not one, not two, but 3 goals this afternoon. And the Hoosiers now in the driver's seat with 4:51 to play.
Well, that's one way to break out of it. If you're Will Jeremy, a hat trick, his first 3 of the season, and that one couldn't have been more crucial.
And seriously, a critical time goal right there. And now they got to play with the lead as the Bearcats will win this. Held by Ancona. Saucer pass flies just in front of us and it'll go in deep. Tinos Raftis, the first one there. We'll try to find Aiden Simino. Mind you, Aiden Simino also on hat trick patrol watch. Will receive this pass right at the middle of the ice. As DiLorenzo gives it back to McClure. McClure over to Raftis. Raftis over to Simino and the Hoosiers break in. Centering pass there, stolen away by the Bearcats. This will be Jacob Kempka the other way. Kempka fires a shot. This one strikes end wall. As Raftis, the first one there, will send it around. Held now by Aiden Bepko. Stolen away. Jeremy flyers one. And
Get
this
it to
is
him.
Ethan DiLorenzo. D'Lo shoots top left and scores! Ethan DiLorenzo beat Blauman top left. And Jeremy, not only a hat trick, picks up an assist there as well. And that's D'Lo's spot right there, top left. Every time he's on a breakaway. He's practiced that not one, not two, but a few times here tonight. So,
yeah, we've seen that squib pass just get over everybody a couple times. They just missed the first one, and D'Lo got a breakaway out of the second and couldn't have looked any better.
I guess Jerns was thinking, why go around him when you can go over him? And now 7-5 our score. And what a comeback by the Hoosiers, down 5-3. It's not over yet. This will be Castricane carrying across the blue line. And look for the Bearcats to pull Blauman within the next minute, 45 to 2 minutes. As it frees out Matt McKay. McKay trips up, he lost an edge there. This will be Patrick Brandenburg. So give it up to the near side wall. Slowed down by Will Kicker. Another funky bounce, sent back to the ice. A good attempt there by one of the Bearcats in front. Matt McKay makes a save with his hand. Billis out of his cage, and the Hoosiers able to clear it for a moment. Billis still out, loose in the back door. Nate Rajecki picks it up. He'll send it back to the point. It's slowed down by Gress. 3:04 left to play. Matt McKay. The Hoosier senior defender tried chipping it out, and with the lower glass here, that slips out of play. Another whistle with 2:56 here in the third. Well, Garrett, 4 goals this period, and the Hoosiers now in the lead. 2:56. To keep playing the way they started this period.
The sense of urgency was there, and you could see the results. 4 goals.
As in the far side corner, it will be possessed by Alex Brown. Brown fires this one on a weird angle. It makes its way back to the point. Zimmerer fires a slap shot off the pad. And Sim just clears this out to neutral ice. A one-on-one foot race. Won there by Ben Rosenberg. Just ran out of real estate to skate. And now here comes the other way, the Falcons. Lemon it. Jack Hawkins. He'll steal it away. He'll fire it off the boards. It's picked up by Colin Ruffner, the freshman. Ruffner. He'll work along the hash mark. Fire this one in the direction of the net. That's deflected wide. Down to just 2 minutes and 8 seconds here in the third. There's a fancy move there put on by Saunderhouse. And that'll be Ruffner. Ruffner gives it back to Raftis. Raftis will just take his sweet old time. This will now send it up the wing. Aiden Hansen puts a spin move on. And the Bearcats break out. Here's nearly a breakaway by Kemka. Tinos Raftis was able to stop him there. Ian Smith cleared it out. The officials have the arm up for a delayed icing, and that will be the call. Stoppage of play here with 1:32 left in the third.
And it looks like they're going to leave Dalton out there, or excuse me, Blauman, the netminder for Cincinnati. No intent on pulling him, even with the icing.
And timeout to call by the Bearcats. With that timeout, we'll take a brief break here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network and join you live for the last minute 32. All right, a minute 32, the Hoosiers a 2-goal lead. Justin Blauman out at his own hash marks, getting ready to get pulled. We'll have to wait for a moment as Luke Slavin and the Hoosiers carry it the other way. Across the blue line, Slavin sends this one in. A glove save there by Justin Blauman. Just after a short whistle, the Hoosiers will change line. Sim, Brandenburg, and Rosenberg, excuse me. Brandenburg and Rosenberg, the two last names end with Berg, out there on the line together. As the Bearcats will fling this one up high into center ice. Matt McKay will skate backwards. As it's chipped out by Rosenberg. We'll go to the length of the ice. Delayed icing, and that is the call. A minute one on the big board, and Justin Blauman's going to skate over the bench. So they're going to pull him with a minute left and see if they can pull out something. They're going to need 2 goals in a minute and 1 second. Six on 5 with the empty net. As it's tied up off the draw. Some collision in the far side corner. The Hoosiers pressuring the puck. And we're going to see a penalty here. 50.9 in the big board.
Is this going on Indiana?
I cannot tell who the official made the call, but
it looks like it's going to be Rosenberg.
Well, he'll go back to the box again. They're going to say a hit from behind. So the drama continues. It will now be a 6-on-4 man advantage for the Bearcats. Mind you, the Hoosiers are now able to ice it down the length of the ice with a man down, but they're going to have to dial in here for the next 50 seconds.
Cincinnati still needs 2.
And Coach Andrew Weiss will take his timeout. And they'll discuss what they can do to play some defense here with a 6-on-4.
Well, Goose, this has been a heck of a game compared to yesterday, and 12 goals total, already surpassing the 9-2 that we saw yesterday. And Indiana with more goals in the third period than they had in the first 2 combined. So they really pulled it together at the right time.
I'm sure that locker room speech by Coach Weiss between the second and third period was dial in here. Got one more period left this weekend. Leave it all out there. So that's what they're going to do. But Garrett, looking ahead next weekend, we've been on the road the last 3 weeks. We finally get to return home back to Bloomington.
That's right.
Our first home game, huh?
It's time to fortify the Frank. You know, Ohio State coming into town for a 2-game set, and we expect it to be rocking.
Yeah, 9:30, the Frank Southern Ice Arena. The Indiana Hoosiers will welcome the Ohio State Buckeyes for the home opener. That should be a great game. Once again, we'll have live action here on the Indian Hockey Broadcast Network for you. It should be a great game. Great weekend again, but as the Hoosiers close out the road trip here, 50.9 seconds left to go. 6-on-4 man advantage for the Bearcats. We'll see what's going to happen. As Andrew Chambers was able to win it. Matt McKay fires it down. No icing the call. As it frees up just in front of the net. It's picked away by Jackson Gress. He had Patrick Brandenburg right on his tail. This is now carried up by George Zimmerer. Now be slowed down in the far side corner. A centering pass back to Zimmerer. Zimmerer fires this one. That's deflected high, just over the net.
And Indiana with an advantage here. They can't ice the puck, Goose. But that's not what they want there.
Dumped out a play by Ray Myers into the Hoosiers bench. Although according to the official, it must have got tipped, so it went off one of the Bearcats, meaning it's outside of the zone. 17.6 up on the big board.
Normally there would be icing on a play like that, but Indiana on the penalty kill, so they can clear it if they want.
The Bearcats will just dump this in. Billis out of his net to play it. He'll retreat back as it's now picked up by Gress.
5 seconds.
Brandenburg able to chip it out. Here's Andrew Chambers. Chambers to the open net. He'll shoot and score. Andrew Chambers. And 8-5. The Hoosiers lead. And they'll let the clock run out and call that a game. Well, the Hoosiers brought out the brooms last weekend, and once again, 2 sweeps in a row. And Garrett, a 5-goal third period brings the Hoosiers out on top by a final score of 8-5 over the Cincinnati Bearcats. And they really had to dig in deep for the third period and got the job done.
Just an incredible performance all around. They had to battle through a lot of adversity in this one, but Indiana comes through and has their second consecutive sweep. We can forget all about those Saturday scaries, Goose. I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah, a great weekend by the Hoosiers, but as we mentioned, 9:30 next Friday back at the Frank. For Garrett Drake and I, Andrew Gus, we say thank you for watching. Go Hoosiers, and see you next time.